Hello friends, welcome to the Take Better Photos channel. This March 26, Affinity was acquired by Canva. As I've had some experience with Affinity Photo and Canva, both as a user and content creator, I thought it would be useful to share some thoughts on the pros and cons of this acquisition and whether this is a good thing, particularly if you are an Affinity Photo user. First, let's answer some questions about this acquisition. Why did Affinity sell in the first place? Did they need the money? Were they going bankrupt? The answer is no on both counts. According to this article from Financial Review, Sharif, the owner of Affinity account lodged with the UK company's house, show a highly profitable business under no pressure to sell. It had revenue of $60 million in the 2022 calendar year, the latest year for which figures are available, and that is up 33% over 2021, while profit rose 19.5% to around $32 million. The article goes on to say that would likely put the price above $1 billion, paid for with a mix of cash and Canva stock. That runs to a price-earnings ratio of around 30, which if you follow the stock market, doesn't seem incredibly high. So price alone probably is not the sole reason for selling the company. In fact, the official reason, according to the CEO, is he thought Canva was a really good fit, that each of the company's products complemented each other, and that Canva had the resources to expand Affinity's reach. Next, why did Canva buy Affinity? Canva, in a press release, says, while our last decade at Canva has focused heavily on the 99% of knowledge workers without design training, by joining forces with Affinity, we're excited to unlock the full spectrum of designers at every level and stage of the design journey. In short, Canva wants to reach more hardcore enterprise and design professionals, not just everyday workers. Next, what was the reaction of the community to the acquisition? Well, to put it mildly, it was largely negative. The post, which announced a new chapter in our journey together, that Affinity was joining the Canva family, as of last count has over 780,000 views, but just 813 likes. The following comments captured the gloomy sentiment. Nathaniel wrote, "This is a complete disservice to the entire community that has been built around Affinity. It is disappointing for Affinity to give up their core values, one-time purchase, only to be acquired by Canva. I'm sure this will result in a subscription service being offered." Hungry Donkey mentioned, "The professionalism and independence you have shown with the best professional tools at the best price seems to be now in question." Renaud says, "Devastating news. You make better products than Canva, but they will take over your activities and your teams. I don't think any good can come out of it in the long term." Apparently, the feedback was bad enough that the following day, Affinity posted a pledge to always offer a perpetual license and to price fairly and affordably. So what to make of this acquisition? Is this good for Affinity, particularly for Affinity Photo users? Let's run through the pros first. The reasons that this deal might actually be good for Affinity and Affinity Photo users. The first pro I would cite is the incentives are aligned. According to this article, Canva wants to challenge Adobe's grip on the design industry. Currently, Canva doesn't have its own design applications that target creative professionals like illustrators, photographers, and video editors. With this acquisition, Canva might have a real chance of luring away professionals who are tired of filling Adobe's pockets. Now, if this article is true, Canva has every incentive to improve the quality of the Affinity suite as a direct competitor to Adobe. And that would be good news for Affinity Photo users. The second pro is Canva's strong track record. In a post this past December 2023, Canva talked about milestones achieved after just 10 years in the industry. The company must be doing something right because the statistics they released were impressive. They disclosed their community has skyrocketed to 170 million users in 190 different countries, with 60 million users added just in 2023. To put that figure into context, Affinity has a relatively modest 3 million users. Tech-wise, Canvas is no slouch either. Their platform is used by 90% of the Fortune 500, and they disclosed that their Magic Studio suite of AI tools, launched just in 2023, has been used more than 4 billion times. I actually reviewed Magic Studio's generative AI last year, and I found its performance comparable to Adobe's and the best out there outside of Photoshop. That's pretty impressive for a platform which is not even known as a photo editor. All this points to Canva having the technical know-how and skills necessary to bring the Affinity suite to the next level. Another pro in favor of this acquisition is Canva's handling of previous acquisitions. In 2019, Canva bought two of the world's biggest free stock content sites, Pexels and Pixabay. During the acquisition, Melanie Perkins, Canva's CEO, promised free content will remain on those two sites, saying, quote, "We believe everyone should have access to great design ingredients for their visuals. This is why free content will always play a central role in Canva's vision of democratizing design." Well, as of today, as far as I'm aware, it seems that this promise has been kept. And this gives weight to the idea that Canva can be trusted to keep Affinity's license perpetual and affordable. Finally, another pro in favor of this acquisition is the possibility of faster innovation. It's no secret that when it comes to feature releases, Affinity lags behind its peers. Looking at Affinity Photo and comparing it to a similarly sized competitor, Pixelmator Pro, looking at the time frame from November 2022, when Affinity version 2 was released, until today, hard to even recall any big improvements in Affinity Photo since then. Pixelmator Pro, on the other hand, during that time has added video editing, improved its AI denoise, shadows and highlights adjustment, and launched Photomator for the Mac, among many achievements. So you get the picture. Clearly, Affinity needs more resources to accelerate development, and Canva can provide that. So those were the pros. How about the cons? The first con is the change in culture. Affinity has always been known, and rightly so, as one of the least greedy companies in tech. Not only have they never offered a subscription, they are known to price modestly while offering good quality features. Canva has no such track record, and if, perish the thought, they decide to do something unfortunate like adopt the subscription model, raise prices exorbitantly, or discontinue the software to focus on more important priorities, Affinity has no more say in this decision. Another con is the nature of Canva, which is more of a design company rather than a photo editing company. Will Canva develop Affinity Photo's photography-related features like raw editing, noise reduction, sharpening? Or will such features be neglected in favor of poster, logo, flyer, or presentation creations, which is the bread and butter of Canva? Only time will tell. So there you have it, the pros and cons of Canva's acquisition of Affinity. While it is a risk, I am cautiously optimistic that in the long run, this will be a big positive for Affinity Photo and its users. Let me know what your thoughts are on the acquisition. Write it down in the comments. I love to hear from you. And if you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help keep the videos coming. Until the next video, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.